This is Thea Owens with Faux-Carb Fusion. I just wanted to do a quick little video to demonstrate a pasta that we've been working on so that you guys can get an idea of what kind of new things that we're coming up with every day. So I make my pasta with chickpeas and flaxseed. So the first thing I'm going to do is take some of my chickpeas and I'm going to grind them up. And it makes a nice ground flour that you see right here. Then I'm going to take my flaxseed because it has a lot of fiber to it, which is really great when you're doing low carb to help support your digestive system. So we're going to grind this up as And then we've got some finely ground flaxseed. And then that looks just like that. Now it's just a reminder to all of our viewers that all of our products are made with fresh ground nuts, seeds, legumes, and this is the base that we use for all the flours for all of the things that we make. So now that we've got everything ground up, what we're going to do is assemble our pasta dough. I like to use my food processor because I get enough workout in my arms. So I've gone ahead and I've mixed some water in with my flaxseed so that it kind of starts to generate a paste. And then I've also got some seasoning that I mixed in. I use oregano, garlic powder, and a little bit of onion salt. I'm just going to mix that into my flour. So I add the flour to the food processor. I'm going to turn it on, and then I'm going to mix in my flaxseed and water. Thoroughly mixed together. So once we've got it all mixed, it's going to form into a dough. Now that we've got our dough all formed, we're going to be turning it onto the surface so that we can kind of knead it the rest of the way to get it where we want it. Now when the dough comes out, it's a little bit on the stickier side, so we really gotta try to knead it together and get it so it's not so sticky. So we add additional flour to our surface here so it doesn't stick. And I'm going to put it on my gloves so it stops ripping them off. So we're going to knead this around for a while and get it to a nice consistency, and then we'll be ready to press it. So hang on. So we're getting our dough all kneaded here to get it ready for the pasta press. And I think that we are about there. So it's nice and soft and pliable. So we're going to be dividing it out into little balls so that it can fit into the press. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so we're going to load our press here in a moment. We'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. As you can see, our pasta is fully formed, nice and soft, and it's ready to go. So I'm going to be using this pasta press that I just bought on Amazon. It's just a little cheap thing, and it presses out pasta, and it's a little bit easier to use than the pasta type of roller where you have to then cut it. So we just simply load the dough in here, and I am using this is like an egg noodle attachment that I'm going to be using. And I used this earlier this week when we were still kind of working on this. And tonight we are having Swedish meatballs with this pasta for dinner. So I thought this would be a good opportunity to take another quick shot at this. So I'm going to grab a knife here for cutting. I'm going to get some nice long egg noodle like pasta. Good. That one does not seem to be working. Our pasta might be a little bit too wet. We might need to knead it again and get it a little bit on the drier side so it doesn't stick together. But we can give this one more try here, and then I think it's a little bit too wet still. The thing about pasta is that it's got to be the right amount of wet and the right amount of dry. Just perfect enough that it sticks together, but not too wet enough that it falls apart. And that looks like what it's doing. So we're going to have to knead and reattempt. So stay tuned. Hold on. We'll be right back. So after some kneading to try to get the dough of a better consistency, we decided that we should probably switch plates. So we switched to a fettuccine type plate instead, which is working a lot better. And as you can see, we've got a few going here. And we're going to be putting this dough out and letting it air dry just a bit. And then we throw it into boiling water, and we'll let it cook for about 90 minutes. Excuse me, 90 seconds. And then it should be ready to serve. So once we get all finished with this, as you can see, this is a nice little pasta. And once we get finished with it and complete our dish, we will post our pictures to our Facebook page and to Instagram. This is saying thank you and have a fabulous low carb day.